Hi, my name is Tracy Rugg. This is my EDU 580 Web 2.0 and Mobile Apps presentation. The first mobile app that I'm going to talk about is Math Cards. This is a free fact practice app. It can be used by a teacher in class to practice the facts with the whole class. It can be used by a student to practice the facts individually at school, or a parent can download it at home and the child can practice their facts at home. It's a fun tech way to practice facts. There are no fact cards or timers. There are a couple downfalls. First, it only shows division in one way, and once a student has mastered a set of facts, they're done. It also is a free app, and so there are advertisements that come in and out on it sometimes. As a parent or a teacher, the first thing you need to know is how to set the facts. To do so, you're going to go to Settings. Once you click on Settings, it's going to bring you here. The first thing you're going to do is come up here and choose which operation you're going to work on. Then you're going to click on the factors. I've chosen to work on the sevens. I want the sevens on top, and these are the other factors I want on bottom. I can also come down here and choose to have the timer on or off, and I can choose the number of problems I would like to have. Once I have selected everything I want my child or student to work on, I'm going to click the back button. That'll bring me back to this page. If I'm a student or a child coming in, I'm going to choose which operation I want to work on. Since I'm teaching 3rd grade, my students would be working on multiplication. They would click on that, and it would bring them to this page. They'll see the problem, type in their answer here. The answer is 42, so they would hit 4, 2, and then the next button. This page is also keeping track of time and how many problems they have. They would keep going until they reach the end of a set. Again, it's keeping track of their time, their score. When they finish, they hit the done. Once they're finished, they'll come to this page. This is their end page. It'll show them their score and their percentage, how many they got correct, how many they got wrong, and how quickly they did it in. Say they don't get a satisfactory score, they can click the Redo Problem Set, and they'll be able to go back to the beginning and redo. Or they can click the back button and it'll take them back to the home page and they can choose a new set of facts when they're finished. The second app that I'm going to talk to you about is EDU Creations. EDU Creations is a free screencasting app. It's a quick, easy way for administrators to create presentations for their staff, for teachers to create class lessons, or even students to create presentations for their classmates to watch. It's easy to use, and once the lessons are saved, it's hard to delete them. The only downfall to this app is the only place you can upload the videos to are save them in EDU Creations on your device or EDU Creations website. When you open the app, this is what you will see. The first thing you can do is decide, do you want to insert a picture? Do you want to add text? If you want to add text, what color do you want it to be? If you want to draw something, click on the hand and again, click over here for what color you want it to be. I chose to add a picture, so I clicked here, and then EDU Creations used my photo stream. This is the picture I inserted. Once I have my picture, here are my options, the different things I can do with it. I can fit it tall-wise, it already fit, or width-wise, I can make it take up the whole screen. I can also still come up and insert text. I can use my pointer to draw, whatever I decide to do with this slide. Once I am done with that, I'll go down to the bottom and I can click here to add a new slide, or I can click here. This will allow me to change the background, so if I'm a math teacher trying to teach a math subject, I can have lined paper, graph paper, or a coordinate grid. Once I have all my slides designed, Down here will tell me how many slides I have. Once like I said, if I'm done, I'm going to click this back arrow so I am at the very beginning. Then I'm going to come up here and click record. This is where I can add my voice to any slide. When I'm done recording on one slide, I click this arrow down here and I go to the next slide. Like I said, EDU Creations is very simple to use. Another downfall that I have found though is there's no way to go back and re-record the voice. The first Web 2.0 tool that I'm going to talk about is abcya.com. It is a free math and reading skill practice page. It can be used by a teacher to practice a skill with a class, whole class. It can be accessed by students to practice a skill individually assigned by the teacher. It can even be accessed by students at home. To get to abcya.com, you're just going to type the website in here. This is what the page will look like when you come up. All the different grade levels are over here. I teach 3rd grade, so I'm going to click on 3rd grade and I come to grade 3. I have all these different games that I can play with letters. Must Pop Words tends to be a favorite. I click on it, the game pops up, and the student plays the game. Once they're finished, they come back to this page and they can choose another game. There are also number games that work on math skills, base 10, fractions, money, division, whatever you want them to work on. As I keep scrolling down the page, there are more games. These are still dealing with math and reading skills. As I keep scrolling down, there are holiday games. And this was the area that's kind of tricky. This area, just for fun, is just for fun games. They don't have anything to do with math or reading. It is at the bottom of the page. That is a good thing. So the students are going to see the letters games, the numbers games, and the more games before they see this. abcya.com is hard to work with on a mobile device, and so back on the home page at the very beginning, it has places for you to download apps for your mobile device. It is a web page, but you can also use it as a mobile app. The next Web 2.0 tool that I'm going to talk about is Kugel. Kugel is a free mind mapping app. It can be used by administrators to present topics to their staff, by teachers to present topics to their class, or by students to demonstrate their knowledge and understanding of something that was presented in class. Kugel is easy to use, and once you've created your mind map, you can download it as a PDF. One downfall is you must have a Gmail account, and you have to log into it before you can use Kugel. Here I've logged into my account so that I can use it. But once you have it, click Create. Once I click Create, I'll come to a blank screen, and this is all that will be on it. If I want to change what this says, I'm going to click and hold, and then I can edit it. If I just tap it, it'll bring up a menu of things that I can do. I can add branches, redo, undo things, duplicate branches, or zoom in to make the page closer. I chose to add a new branch, and this is where it took me. I type in here what I want my new branch to say. I can move my branch around by clicking it up and just dragging it wherever I want it to go. If I want to add a branch onto this new branch I created, I will tap it and it'll bring up a screen like this, just like in the beginning. I can add as many branches as I want, and then I just click and hold each one to edit the text. If I don't like the color of a branch, or I want to change it for some reason, just click and hold on the branch on the color, and it'll bring up this color wheel, and you can click and change it to any color you want. You can keep adding branches as many as you want, editing text until you get your map looking how you want it. One other downfall I have found with Kugel is that to insert a picture into your mind map, you have to insert it in one of these places. You can't just put it anywhere you want on the picture, but Kugel is a pretty easy mind mapping tool and I do recommend it. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and learned how to use math cards, EDU Creation mobile apps, Kugel, and ABCYA Web 2.0 tools. Thank you.